It's another day, the sun is shining. Got to know what's going on around you. Wake up, it's the time to motivate your mind. Come with me, let's make this moment brighter. Wake up with the Bahamas and sunrise. Come on and wake up with the Bahamas and sunrise.
Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise. I'm Anastasia Felicius.
Good morning. Happy Monday to you, Philip Simon.
And of course, it's our pleasure to be back in your company. You have survived the last weekend of lockdown, according to our Prime Minister. And that's, of course, something changes this week. And all around, there seem to be celebrations, even our producer in studio giving us a round of applause that finally we have made it to this point. Of course, we did get one more case of COVID over the last weekend, Phil, so we'll have to see whether or not we're able to maintain those privileges.
Well, I tell you what, there's a sense of excitement in the air. You know, I feel free. I almost want to, get up and jump and dance. I feel like a little kid, man. I can't wait to be out and about. And you know what? To just not have curfew. Can you believe that? I mean, I'm 48 and I'm still trying to run home at 9 o'clock, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, apparently the curfew is not yet done, but I'm sure that there are many wives who are quite happy that the curfew has been put in place. But no, I am looking forward to the removal of the curfew. Certainly, I don't understand, and hopefully, whenever we talk to Ministry of Health officials again, they can explain why. Because certainly, if you're free throughout the day, to have a curfew at night makes absolutely no logical sense to my mind. But I appreciate that there may be facts that I do not know. So hopefully we can ask that question at some point, because it is, exciting, of course, to be free on the weekends, to know that restaurants will open this weekend, right in time for Father's Day, if I do note it myself. But, I digress. And yet, we're still having to come home by 9 o'clock. So hopefully somebody can explain that to us at some point. But today, what I'm really looking forward to, Phil, is talking with Ministry of Education officials who will be explaining that decision about letting kids take GCSEs and BJC examinations. Certainly that has been making the rounds on social media all weekend, with a lot of people having a lot to say.
Yeah, no doubt about it. In fact, we talked about it briefly on Friday, and here it is. Monday morning, we're going to have Dr. Taylor in the house, or should I say in the Zoom, talking with us directly on that. My son, and daughter, they still have classes. They still have classes for 20 days or so. He outlined it for me. He's just trying to figure out why. He's gotten notice from some of his other friends that their classes are going to be ending soon, but he's wondering why. At Windsor, he still has another 20 plus days of school. I said, man, listen, that's just going to put you on top of the world. He's not excited about that either. But
yeah, and I believe I can understand. A cousin of mine has been in summer break mindset since this whole thing started. And so I'm sure for a lot of our kids, it really has been a major adjustment, particularly learning online, which is different than, of course, learning in the classroom setting. But looking forward to that conversation with the ministry and just wanting to learn more about the protocols that they're going to be putting in place, etc. Of course, churches opened their doors for the first time this past weekend. Some still committed to parking lot services, but others have actually had people return to the sanctuary, and learning that, it's interesting, at our churches in the Anglican diocese, many of them required reservations. So you had to reserve your spot.
really?
Well, because what it is that they only allow a certain amount of people in the sanctuary. So based on the size of the church, they need to know who's going to come so they can seat them properly in accordance with the protocol. So it was quite interesting. I did not make it out. I continue to watch it online. But we'll see how this continues to unfold in this new normal.
Oh man, new normal indeed. Well, anyway, Doctors Hospital is also here with us. Again, we talk about a new loyalty program. And of course, we have the president of NAD, my good friend and old neighbor, Bernice Walking, to talk about the airport resuming operations today, actually. And of course, simplified lending is back to discuss options for business financing. Such an important topic. We could talk about that all day, every day.
Yeah, it's all going to be a very great show that we have lined up for you. And of course, we're looking forward to getting into it. Before we do that, though, we do want to remind you that this Wednesday, we're going to be having the Financial Voice. Now, the Financial Voice has been coming on for some time now. This one in particular will take a look at our budget and see how that's broken down. And so we encourage you to watch that this Wednesday at 8 p.m. right here on Channel 212, just to get a bit more of an in-depth discussion on the budget and what that, of course, means for you and then for our nation. So we'll get to a great show right after we take our first look at weather with Godfrey Burnside. Godfrey, the people are free. This is our second emancipation. So please let us know what the weather looks like this week.
Weather at sunrise. Brought to you by Bahamas First. First in insurance. Today, tomorrow.
Thank you, Star, and good morning, Bahamas. Your first look at weather at sunrise. Our weak ridgified pressure across the islands, and that's generating some light to moderate winds across the islands and through the remainder of the week. And we're watching a weak frontal boundary move here sometime on Wednesday. That will cause some cloudiness and showers, particularly the northwest Bahamas on Wednesday. But today, a lovely day, mix of sun and clouds, still hot and humid, and there's a chance of a few showers, maybe like a little thunderstorm. High temperature 91 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, we're looking at partly cloudy, the chance of a few passing showers. Your low going down to 79 degrees Fahrenheit. And some regional highs and lows across the Caribbean. Barbados 83 and 78. In Jamaica 85 and 74. In Trinidad 85 and 76. And the Turks and Caicos Islands 91 and 78. Across North America, Atlanta 81 and 71. In Raleigh 82 and 67. In Miami 87 and 78. Dallas, Texas 93 and 77. And Toronto, Canada, 60 and 52. As you go through the week, hot temperatures, pretty good daytime sunshine. But on Wednesday, that weak cold front will bring some cloudiness across the islands with some showers, even a possible thunderstorm, and across the northwest Bahamas, in particular Grand Bahama, Abaco, and Bimini. Low temperature daytime will be in the upper 80s to low 90s at daytime, and the upper 70s at nighttime. That puts her up on your first look at weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Bahamas the Sunrise will be back after this short commercial break.
We are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me 'cause I can count on you.
Good afternoon. First response. How can I help you?
I've been in an accident on West Bay Street. Can you send someone to help?
Yes, ma'am. Our first response team will be there in 15 minutes. Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine, but a bit upset.
We're glad you're not hurt. Please, try to relax. Our team will take care of everything as soon as they arrive.
First Response provides immediate on-site service and support from the scene of an accident through the claims and repair process. And it's free to all Bahamas First insured drivers in New Providence every day for any type of accident. If you drive and want first response on your side, call 32FIRST or visit bahamasfirst.com for the name of an authorized Bahamas First agent. First response can't prevent an accident from happening,
But it can certainly ease your mind when it happens.
Welcome back to the show. Doctors Hospital is launching its Loyalty Advantage membership program. The acronym is called LAP, with affordable plans for primary and outpatient care services. Here to discuss this with us this morning is the Chief Financial Officer of Doctors Hospital, Mr. Dennis DeVoe, and the lovely Chazelle Williams, Results Manager, is back to share a little bit more about the new program. Dennis, my brother, so good to see you. It's been a long time.
It's good to see you and good to talk about loyalty. So we're happy to be here.
Yeah, well, let's tell you what, I know you guys have been busy. Chazelle was on the show a couple of weeks ago talking about all the wonderful things that you guys have been doing. I really love the team there at Doctors Hospital. You guys have always been at the top of the innovative list. But speak a little bit about what exactly LAMP is, and give us details on how the
So
program works.
LAMP is primarily about affordability and access, right? And so we recognize right now that some of our patients and our fellow citizens, for that matter, have been devastated by the impact of COVID-19, especially from a financial perspective. Some have lost their insurance, and frankly, even those that still have their insurance are seeing plans that have higher deductibles or higher co-payments. And so Loyalty Advantage is fundamentally about lowering the barriers of access to Doctors Hospital to receive world-class care by making it more affordable to every Bahamian citizen that enrolls in the program.
Okay, and this has been recently launched. It's been active now for what, a couple of weeks, or it's just brand new?
So it's something that we're in our second iteration of launching with a special COVID-19 focus, mainly around the different frames of account management that each Bahamian citizen is eligible to sign up for. And I'm sure Giselle will go into those details. But essentially, we're inviting all Bahamians through the month of June to sign up for Loyalty Advantage, and the program will be effective on the 1st of July. And so we're very excited about this opportunity to make the hospital more affordable and thus more accessible to our fellow citizens.
All right, Giselle. I'm sure you're looking forward to the results, no pun intended, but speak a little bit more in detail about the actual plans. Dennis would have talked about a range of different services applicable to different sets and groups of people.
Yes, so for sure. So we have 3 different plans that we're offering now. So we've actually been an NHI provider for the past year. So we have a plan that's specially tailored to our NHI cohort, persons who are part of our medical home that will offer them discounts on services that NHI doesn't cover, things like pharmacy, certain labs, and imaging services. We also have a program that we offer as an insurance supplement. It's only $20 a month. So like Dennis would have mentioned, some persons still have their insurance, but the out-of-pocket and the balances after insurance are still a lot for persons to make. So with this plan, which we're really excited about, this actually will involve waivers to co-pays, for example, when you come for your visits, unlimited primary care services, annual physicals, and so a lot of those things that actually put the financial pressure on people, we're waiving a lot of that with that insurance supplement. But I think the plan that we're really excited about, for sure, is our prepaid primary care plan. So what you would see, especially for persons who may have lost their coverage, so this plan actually offers not only unlimited primary care and preventative care, so that's your annuals, your regular doctor's visits, but also we offer free mammograms for the member and the member's mom, free imaging services such as X-ray, CT, MRI, free nutritional services, and then some pretty steep discounts on our other services like lab and pharmacy, which we offer at 30% off for those members. So this is something we're super excited about. The applications are already open, so persons who are interested can head over to our website. It's on our homepage or even on our Facebook page to access the applications. And
so literally, if you have insurance or if you don't have insurance, this is you have products that can work for the patient.
Precisely.
Okay, what brought about this particular? It's quite innovative, actually. What brought this about?
Well, I will definitely. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Dennis.
Thank you, Giselle. I think a huge part of it is just recognizing what's happening in the environment, right? And what is going on really at the pocketbook level of all of our patients. And so, we want to, instead of having that experience that involves a heavy upfront cash deposit at the time of presenting for service, we want to move all of that to an account management structure for our Loyalty Advantage members, and essentially move all of that to the background. So it really is the economic reality of what's going on in the Bahamas, and our core mission to ensure that every Bahamian at least has an opportunity to come and visit us by enrolling in Loyalty Advantage.
Great, excellent. Talking about at the pocketbook level, doctors recently released its 2020, I would imagine it's financial year-end reports?
Absolutely. And so, the last 12 months ending in the 31st of January were fairly strong for us. We're grateful to all of the patients that came and trusted us with their care. But we're also grateful to all of our associates who were a huge part of delivering not only high quality care, but doing it in an efficient way. And one of the most important things that we value is our associates. And, we have a brand new profit sharing arrangement with our associates, which ensures that their financial interests are ultimately tied with the success of the hospital. So we're proud of what we accomplished over the last 12 months, but more importantly, we're looking forward to rolling out Loyalty Advantage as a core part of what we do in our current fiscal year.
Absolutely. Excellent stuff. I mean, obviously, everybody can benefit from this. Shijel, obviously, July 1st, how can people sign up for this? Where can they get applications, etc.? And is there like a pre-qualification for people?
So I'm glad you asked. So there's no pre-qualification, there's no medical exam or anything that's typically associated with coverage. The application is available online, so it can be fully submitted online. Persons who aren't able to submit an application online can call our general line, and they'll direct them to where they can come and pick up the application. Right now, that website is live. Persons who are interested and who sign up will hear from us within 24 hours and have their login credentials and ready to go.
Right. Excellent stuff, guys. Dennis DeVoe, Chief Financial Officer, Doctors Hospital, and Giselle Williams, Results Manager, Doctors Hospital. Thank you so much for being here once again with us on Bahamas at Sunrise.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Great. You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
As disruptive technologies go, nothing has shaken up the economy more than the smartphones. Apps have completely changed the way we book taxi rides, accommodation, and food delivery. Business sectors that previously had no digital footprint As disruptive technologies go, nothing has shaken up the economy more than the smartphones. Apps have completely changed the way we book taxi rides, accommodation, and food delivery. Business sectors that previously had no digital footprint are now synonymous with technology. While names like Uber, Lyft, Airbnb, Just Eat, and Deliveroo are household names around the world, on-demand business touches many other areas of life. Enterprises are trying to find ways to engage users to their services. Businesses will be forced to connect with their customers with a personalized effect. The complex user behavior needs to be tackled with enhanced conversation and better engagement. Though each of the on-demand business is different, there are elements of commonality which forms the basis of technology stack. Business and entrepreneurs just need to focus on their business operations, not technology. JungleWorks is providing complete tech stack on subscription model to help businesses grow.
Do you want to know more about the scriptures, the early Christian church, its teachings, suffering, other religions, the authenticity of the Bible? The Anglican Theological Institute is for you. Enroll in a 3-year certificate program. Classes are conducted from NASA and Freeport on Saturday mornings. Don't miss a class. Stay connected anytime, anywhere, with high-speed internet. Contact us at 603-2481. Visit our Facebook page. Pick up an application form at any Anglican church or at Addington House on Sands Road. The Anglican Theological Institute is for you.
Nourish your immune system. Nourish your health. Nourish your life with Ensure, Ensure Original, Ensure Plus, and Ensure Max Protein.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. Well, we're so happy that you're still with us. I'm sure that you're looking forward to this very important conversation. It certainly has been dominating social media and family discussions over the past week since it's been announced that the national examinations will actually take place this July. We're very happy to welcome to talk with us this morning Dr. Marcellus Taylor. He's the Director of Education. And of course, he's brought with us Sarita Clark. She's the Undersecretary for Human Resources in the Examination of Assessment and Scholarships. They tell me that she's the technical person that's going to make sure that all the technical things that need to happen in order for these exams to be successful. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning and thank you.
Morning.
A pleasure to have you both with us. And I'm going to get right into it because, as I said, so many people have been up in arms about this. Many of them not educators, many of them not parents, but certainly social commentators nonetheless. What was the decision, or why rather yet, was the decision made to host national exams? So perhaps you can let us know that, Dr. Taylor.
Well, the Ministry of Education and has been hosting exams. This is what schools do. This is what schools do. One of the big functions of school, not only provide education, but at the end of that course of study, to provide people with a certification that they can use to either go on to further studies or to go into the world of work. And we have had these national exams, our own version, for almost 30 years. And when COVID-19 came, the Ministry of Education was adamant that we were not going to allow COVID-19 to disrupt the education of students. All the efforts that we made to continue the education of students in terms of launching a virtual learning platform, and then once people started to say they didn't have access to it, then we launched Channel 295 on cable. And specifically when we launched the Channel 295 on cable, we said that that channel would be dedicated to those students taking the national exams. So it was always our intent, once conditions permitted in terms of where the country was in terms of the fight against COVID, to hold the national exams. Indeed, the Most Honorable Prime Minister laid out a plan for 5 phases for the recovery of the country. And in phase 3, it was clearly delineated that would take place. And so when the country entered phase 3, the exams, because there will be many students who will then go out to leave school and go out into the world without any credentials. In fact, in the Bahamas right now, we have more than 30% of our workforce that, according to census information and so forth, is out there without credentials. And we all know the problems with that. And so we didn't think it would be a responsible thing for us not to give students that opportunity.
So I mean, obviously makes so much sense as you explain it to us now in terms of credentials, etc. But there have been people that have questioned this decision, saying that perhaps forecast grades, which the ministry does allow for, might have allowed students to still qualify for the National High School Diploma, and with that National High School Diploma, they would then be qualified to do things like go on jobs, etc. What is your response to that?
Well, I'll ask Ms. Clark to talk about the forecasting of grades, but what I will tell you is that the National Diploma has certain criteria, and those criteria involve EJCs and other variables. We only provide the certification once the students meet the criteria, because if we begin to tinker with the criteria and start to examine too many elements of it, then it becomes almost like a counterfeit of money. It has no real value. It looks like something with value, but it has no real value. But my colleague can speak more about.
In terms of islands, for example, in Abaco and Grand Bahama, will students also be expected to take these examinations?
Yes, they will be expected. The national examinations will be administered to students across the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Okay. Every island where there are students studying at grade 9 and grade 12, we will definitely have students who have already registered And that is another important aspect. The students would have registered for these exams by November, December of last year, and they have already paid for these exams. And so the government of the Bahamas thought it only fitting to give them the opportunity to sit these exams.
Now, it's also my understanding, and of course I would have received a fact sheet from the ministry talking about the democratic right to not go to these exams if one chooses not to for whatever reason. The concern, of course, from the community being that for those people who feel unprepared for various reasons, despite the ministry's best efforts to educate them online and through the learning channel, are they able to get refunds back if they choose not to sit the exams based on the extenuating circumstances?
National exams have specific regulations, and in terms of refund, we refund persons or students' monies who, for very good reasons, such as medical reasons or some trauma in the family, and they can provide evidence to us, we allow them to apply to sit the exams another year, or they may ask for a refund. But if a student simply thinks, well, I'm not ready for this, I'm not going to go in, then basically they will have an X, which indicates that they would have been absent for the exam.
Okay. Now, the other concern, of course, coming from teachers, obviously, this is their summer break that they would be into, particularly for teachers that work directly for the Ministry of Education. Will teachers be required to invigilate these exams, or has something else been worked out so that other people are invigilating the exams and it's not necessarily a quote-unquote burden on teachers to do so?
Because the exams are being administered during the summer holidays, teachers will be invited to serve as invigilators. They will be paid additionally for the invigilation services that they provide. If there are insufficient numbers of teachers, we will then ask persons within the community who have some experience with education or who simply just want to be able to assist us to apply to serve as an invigilator or runner during the exam period.
All right. And then in terms of actually coming in to sit these exams now, because of course we know that COVID has certainly been reduced based on the work of our health professionals, but that it is still part of our new normal, quote unquote. And so what has been set up to make sure that our students are safe as they come in to take these exams? And do we have the actual space necessary in order for them to apply social distancing, etc.?
Basically, the Department of Education, I'll allow the director to further explain. But because school is closed, it means that we have the entire campus to use as rooms for the purposes of invigilation. So therefore, we would ensure for the public schools and also invite our private schools to ensure that the rooms are properly sanitized. And the Ministry of Environment and the Department of Environmental Health has issued certain protocols by which this can take place, and we are asking all persons concerned to adhere to the standards that are being enforced. Director?
Yeah, I mean that's essentially how we believe it could all work. Normally in certain schools, let's say for instance a school like R.M. They accommodate 1,000 students, but they would probably have 300 students also writing the exams. And so we're going to need maybe twice as much space as we would ordinarily need. So we believe we'd be able to accommodate.
Excellent. All right. And so, Ms. Clark, before we do go, can we get the exam dates again? When will the individual examinations begin? And is there a resource that people can turn to that might be providing factual information on terms of timelines and timetables?
Yes, we will post the timetables on the Ministry of Education's website. We will ensure that they are published in the local print media and also on other forms of communication, that they will be able to ensure that the students are actually aware, fully aware. And then also each student is issued an exam timetable, an individual timetable that specifically tells them when their exams are going to be held.
Excellent. And of course, when would we expect results back, given that we are hosting these exams maybe about 6 weeks to 2 months later than we normally do?
We are guaranteeing that by the middle of September, we will be able to issue the results for the 2020 BJC and BGCSE examinations.
All right. Well, we want to thank you both for joining us. Dr. Taylor, before we do go, is there a final word that you wanted to leave with us this morning?
Yes, I just want people to bear in mind that, these national exams, they have lifelong and long-term implications for individuals. And you never know how your life will end up. You might even think you're going to go to university, and that might happen, you don't get to go. If you have your BJC and BGCSE exams, that you have some qualifications that could teach you to do some things. So we would admonish people not to get caught up in the moment. We have to push through things. Life continues and it doesn't stop. So yes, COVID was a big interrupter. We know that. But we have now 6 weeks to prepare ourselves, even if you didn't prepare yourself before. And we believe that if all of us as a society galvanize behind the young people, encourage them in positive ways, that they can get through and perform to their best. And that's all we're asking. Thank you.
Well, thank you again, Ms. Clark, Dr. Taylor, for joining us this morning, bringing some clarity to this conversation and, of course, some facts to it as well. Always appreciate your perspective, and I hope it contributes significantly to the national dialogue taking place. Certainly, these exams will take place regardless. And so, again, we're grateful for you for joining us this morning on Bahamas at Sunrise.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
At Doctors Hospital, we recognize the concerns you may have about the coronavirus. Here are a few of the critical things you need to know. Coronaviruses are a large group of viruses that are common among animals, however, can be transmitted from animals to humans. Coronavirus can present itself similar to a common cold, with symptoms such as cough, sore throat, and fever. For those with a weakened immune system, including the elderly, there is a chance that the virus may cause more serious respiratory illness like pneumonia. Human coronaviruses most commonly spread from an infected person to others through the air by coughing and sneezing, close personal contact such as shaking hands, touching an object or surface with the virus on it, followed by touching your mouth, nose, or eyes with unwashed hands. There are currently no vaccines available to protect you against human coronavirus. However, you can limit your vulnerability by taking precautions to prevent transmission. Doctors Hospital, trusted and best care now. Isn't your health worth it?
Business in the Box is your solution for business from Cable Bahamas. It's an internet, voice, mobile, and advertising solution all in one place. Get reliable internet, free domestic call, and a live corporate package, and free TV ad placement, all starting with packages as low as $164 a month. You can save over $3,000 a year. Just call 601-8911. That's 601-8911. And ask for Business in a Box from Cable Bahamas Business Solutions. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. We're at the halfway point on this Freedom Monday. I'm Minister Darcy.
Yeah, and I'm Philip Simon. Sorry to laugh at it, but, I agree with you. I remain excited about the possibilities of literally not being locked down in my home on a weekend. It's just something about being at this age, even if you don't do anything, you want to have the right to do it, right?
That's what, and I tell I'm a homebody for the most part. I'm obviously socially active in terms of, attending certain events for charitable reasons, etc. But for the most part, I really just want to be home. But that's my choice, Phil. It's my choice to decide. When you tell me I have to stay home, oh, that's a bit more of a challenge. So I think we're all a bit excited just to know that the freedom now exists to move about. And of course, I'm sure many of our restaurant owners, etc., are working their best to figure out their systems for the weekend, as I trust that many people will be out and about. The only thing I'm still holding out hope for is the beach, Phil.
Well, I'm still trying to figure that out because a lot of restaurants are on the beach. So you say it can be open for outdoor dining, but the outdoor is the beach. So how is that going to work? I don't know. You got to figure it out. Listen, I neglected to say happy birthday this morning to my cousin Tracy over in Grand Bahama. Happy birthday, cuz. And of course, my big cousin Shirley McKenzie and Shanae and Shania and Sherna McKenzie all celebrating birthdays, I think over the weekend, yesterday. And the artist, Jamal Rowe, also has a birthday. So,
all right. Happy birthday to all of you. I forgot. I had some stuff this morning as well, Phil. Starting off on a happier note, I want to wish my sister and my brother-in-law, Ambrosine and Bentley Higgs, a happy 1-year anniversary. So congratulations to both of you. You survived the first year, which is always transition. So happy anniversary. And then on a sadder note, of course, we're extending our condolences to the family of the young lady that lost her life this week as a result of gunshot wounds from last week. And so, really incredibly sad story about that 10-year-old young lady. And so our thoughts and prayers are with her family. And then, of course, with the family of Dr. Patrick Roberts, who, of course, served our community for many years, was an international board member at his HBCU, and just an excellent Bahamian all around. Also, one of the father of one of my closest friends, Patricia Roberts. And so praying significantly for that family, have been for some time, and just continuing to ask God to provide comfort to those who have lost loved ones during this period. And one more set of condolences to Patrick Pettikin's family out of Eleuthera, the good Calicus up in the Bluff, and all of our family extended up there, sending our thoughts, loves, and prayers to you as well.
Yeah, listen, still got more to come here in Bahamas at Sunrise. We're going to be talking with NAD. Of course, the airports will be opening up real soon for Bahamian travel and residential travel. And then, of course, full commercial travel the 1st of July. So we're looking forward to hearing what Bernice Walking has to say about the airport opening today.
And in addition to that, Simplified Lending joins us as well. We're talking about business loans and how you can get those during this period. Many people needing them in order to survive, having had to be shut down for the past 3 months. And so that's going to be a great conversation. You want to stay tuned as well. Before we get to any of that, we're going to turn things over now to Godfrey Burnside, who's going to let you know what your Freedom Ride looks like this week in terms of weather.
Weather at Sunrise, brought to you by Bahamas First. First in insurance, today, tomorrow.
Thank you, Star. Good morning, Bahamas. Just second look at weather sunrise. We take a look around the tropics, and this morning, Cristobal is now tropical depression, just 40 miles to north of Boca Raton, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, moving towards the northwest at about 10 miles per hour. Those winds now down to 35 miles per hour. You're also watching a non-tropical area of low pressure, 700 miles to the east-southeast of Bermuda. And over the next couple of days, formations are expected from that system. Elsewhere, tropical storm formation expected during the next 5 days. On the local scene, weak ridge of high pressure covers the islands, and that's triggering off some very light winds across the islands. And we're looking at another formal boundary moving the extreme northwest Bahamas sometime on Wednesday, and that would elevate the shower activity across the islands, particularly the extreme northwest Bahamas, Grand Bahama, Abaco on Wednesday. In your marine forecast of those winds today, southeast to south at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet, northwest Bahamas, east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet, or the central and southeastern islands. On Tuesday, those winds become east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet, or the northwest and central Bahamas, easterly at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet, or the southeastern islands. On Wednesday, across all the islands, those winds will be easterly 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet. Your tides. You can expect a high tide at 10:32 this morning. Your next low tide will be at 4:35 this afternoon. High getting tonight at 10:59. Sunset 7:59 this evening. Rises more at 6:20. UV index 8. Your water temperature 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And your moon phase full moon. Standard look. We're looking at partly sunny skies tomorrow through Tuesday, through tomorrow, and then on Wednesday we expect partly cloudy, mostly cloudy skies as that weak frontal boundary moves near the extreme northwest Bahamas with some showers, and then we go back to a mix of sun and clouds remain the weekend until Sunday when we look at some more showers. So temperature daytime will be in the upper 80s to lower 90s at daytime and the upper 70s at nighttime. That we're dropping your final look at weather sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Bahamas the Sunrise be back after this short commercial break.
As disruptive technologies go, nothing has shaken up the economy more than the smartphones. Apps have completely changed the way we book taxi rides, accommodation, and food delivery. Business sectors that previously had no digital footprint are now synonymous with technology. While names like Uber, Lyft, Airbnb, Just Eat, and Deliveroo are household names around the world, on-demand business touches many other areas of life. Enterprises are trying to find ways to engage users to their services, Businesses will be forced to connect with their customers with a personalized effect. The complex user behavior needs to be tackled with enhanced conversation and better engagement. Though each of the on-demand business is different, there are elements of commonality which forms the basis of technology stack. Business and entrepreneurs just need to focus on their business operations, not technology. JungleWorks is providing complete tech stack on subscription model to help businesses grow.
Nourish your immune system. Nourish your health. Nourish your life with Ensure. Ensure Original, Ensure Plus, and Ensure Max Protein.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. Of course, I'm very excited to have this next person on. Bernice Walking, President and CEO of Nassau Airport Development Company. Inter-island commercial flights will resume at LPIA beginning today, Monday, June 8th, 2020, in accordance, of course, with the government's phased reopening of air traffic in the country. Good morning, Bernice. Welcome to Bahamas.
Good morning. Thank you. It's been a long time. Nice to see you. Thank you.
Nice to see you as well. I'm sure you guys, despite the closure, have been really busy over the last several weeks and months, prepping and making changes, upgrading, etc., to the LPIA. Of course, these are uncharted waters. The times have obviously been very different, but the airport will be opening today, Monday, June 8th, under a phased reopening program at the LPIA.
Yes, the airport is already open today.
Okay.
Because flights, as you would imagine, flights started going out after 6 o'clock this morning. And I'm advised by my team that things are going well. Passengers are all wearing their masks. Employees are all wearing their masks. And so we're off to a good start.
All right, great. Well, we'll talk a little bit about those enhanced safety protocols at LPIA. I would imagine it starts from the point of entry straight to travel on the actual airline and obviously exiting the airport as well.
Correct. So first of all, we're going to be limiting the number of persons entering the terminal. So if you're not a ticketed passenger or actually coming to purchase a ticket for travel with a reservation or an employee, you won't be allowed to enter the terminal. So nobody's going to be lingering. So if family and friends want to see you off, they need to see you off at the curb and then let you go. Everybody, right. So, and then everybody entering the terminal, whether employee or passenger, has to wear a mask. We've also obviously had to put in some social distancing markers on the floor in order to guide people so that as they queue, they can queue safely. So we've done that in all of the public spaces, as well as the security screening area, U.S. Customs and Border Protection. So we're ready in the U.S. terminal, although those flights don't actively begin until July 1. But for the domestic travelers, we've installed the plexiglass barriers at all the ticket counters, security checkpoint. So I think that there's a level of safety and security that people can take confidence in as they travel through the airport starting today.
Well, so are all aspects of the airport open, or some shops are still closed? You talk about, adhering to the different protocols. I imagine that applies to the different businesses inside the airport as well.
That's correct. Well, some of the businesses are indeed open. So as you enter the domestic terminal, we have a discrete terminal for domestic and international travel. Well, international is meaning non-U.S. It's not happening today. It's just domestic. But we do have some concessions open. We have Wendy's open. We have Bahama Pearl in the check-in hall. Then you get through security and you get upstairs. We have Dunkin' Donuts. It's open. And then a little bit later on, Rum Runners, which is the bar. So all of our concessions have been provided with guidelines with respect to how to manage their operation safely. in terms of allowing people into their space, where they queue, how they queue for the register, to use as much as possible cashless solutions. We have the convenience stores in the airport will be selling actually some of the masks and hand sanitizers and those kinds of things that people can purchase either as passengers or airport employees and what have you. So all of the concessions have been prepped and everybody's ready.
Okay. And of course, once you're inside the building, in fact, even if you're on the outside of the building, I'm pretty sure you have to wear the mask.
Yes, correct.
Great. What about testing for COVID? I believe that there's a stipulation for those within this period of time up to July 1st that they should be tested and have a negative result in order to travel.
Well, as I understand the rules, and again, we don't set the rules, we're simply a transit point, although an important one. For domestic travelers, there's a health card that must be completed, which goes to the health officials, and it really is important because it allows the health officials, excuse me, to do contact tracing should they need to. But there's no test required for inter-island travel starting today. June 15th was announced as a day for boaters and yachters, private pilots to be able to re-enter the Bahamas, as well as returning residents, citizens, homeowners on commercial flights. And I believe for the month of June, we have a JetBlue flight into and out of Fort Lauderdale up to 3 times a week. So those persons will be required to have a negative COVID test, yes.
Okay. And going beyond June 15th to July 1st, when domestic and international flights will resume, for all persons, what will that entail?
As I understand it today, it will again entail an early registration. So everybody entering the Bahamas will have to complete a health certificate, which again will be submitted to the health officials. That particular document is still in development, as I understand it, but will be ready for July 1st. Everybody entering will obviously have to abide by all of the specific airline protocols, whether it's about wearing masks and all the rest of it. And as they enter the terminal, there's the option that the health officials may avail themselves of, which is to have thermal scanning done. We've invested in the thermal scanners, so they're available for us to use. But everybody entering the terminal will also have to wear a mask. They come in, they get into immigration. Again, social distancing markers are in place. Plexiglass barriers will have been installed by that time. And so the protocols actually had been developed even before we shut down, because early in March, you would remember that, you know, businesses were busy trying to protect their employees and others. You know, we didn't know just how aggressive this thing would be. So a lot of work was done even pre-shutdown, and it continues.
Okay. Well, interesting. I imagine, Bernice, this is obviously, like you say, it's a new normal. I mean, the industry has gone through so many changes and sometimes catastrophic shocks from 9/11. This obviously has brought its own set of circumstances and changes. Obviously, we will have to adjust if we want to travel. Do you think then that obviously the timing for check-in, the timing for arrival, obviously a lot of adjustments have to be made?
Yes, because I think people will appreciate that they need to allow a little bit more time than usual because of the need to socially distance, the need to be screened appropriately. So we're recommending that for domestic flights, you arrive 2 hours before your scheduled departure time, and for international flights to the U.S., Canada, wherever, at least 3 hours.
Okay, great. Is there a website or someplace where somebody can get this additional information on travel?
Yes, indeed. They can get it at our website. The airport's website is lpia.com.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Bernice Joaquin, President, CEO of NAD. That's the Nassau Airport Development Company. So good to see you, Bernice.
Thank you. You too.
All right. You're watching Bahamas
Stay
Sunrise.
safe.
Thank you. You're watching Bahamas Sunrise. We'll be right back.
One thing, two things. Blue thing, all things. Things that are small, things that are grand, things that fit just right. And
palm of your hand. Fox Hill Nursery, a large selection of garden supplies. If you can see it in your mind, you can find it at Fox Hill Nursery.
Business in the Box is your solution for business from Cable Bahamas. It's an internet, voice, mobile, and advertising solution all in one place. Get reliable internet, free domestic call, and a live corporate package, and free TV ad placement, all starting with packages as low as $164 a month. You can save over $3,000 a year. Just call 601-8911. That's 601-8911. And ask for Business in a Box from Cable Bahamas Business Solutions. Terms and conditions apply.
Do you want to know more about the scriptures, the early Christian church, its teachings, suffering, other religions, the authenticity of the Bible? The Anglican Theological Institute is for you. Enroll in a 3-year certificate program. Classes are conducted from NASA and Freeport on Saturday mornings. Don't miss a class. Stay connected anytime, anywhere, with high-speed internet. Contact us at 603-2481. Visit our Facebook page. Pick up an application form at any Anglican church or at Addington House on Sands Road. The Anglican Theological Institute is for you.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. Well, we're very happy to bring this next segment to you. Phil and I have been talking about it all morning. Simplified Lending is the largest mortgage and money brokering firm in the Bahamas, and they're joining us to offer advice on business financing. Here to tell us more, we're very happy to welcome Ian Rutherford. He's the head of corporate finance and regulatory affairs at Simplified Lending. Mr. Rutherford, good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Hi, good morning. Happy to be here.
A pleasure to have you with us always. So the first question I want to find out right away, what opportunities exist now for persons wishing to go into business as the economy is just now reopening?
Well, I think we believe it's an excellent opportunity for persons who are interested in going into business. And we want those persons to consider thinking outside the box, meaning doing things a bit differently. You're going to have to think about what clients would need today in this environment. And as we go forward, we believe certain areas are better to consider at this point, which would include like agriculture and added value to agricultural projects. We talk about going into areas such as maybe even resort financing, where people can go into a family island and be secluded and appreciate the time away from the crowded areas. We also believe things like IT platforms. Those things are new and they would be different going into tomorrow's environment. Delivery opportunities, persons going out there and trying to find means to get products to customers. So those types of things, those areas we believe are very key to allowing the economy to continue to grow or to start growing again.
All right, excellent. So despite the times, this is really a good time for some people to get into business, especially, I guess, if they have had some other things happening and now they have the opportunity to do something for themselves. So how should a business approach financing given the current economic climate?
Well, I think every business needs to take a look at their cash flow. I know things have been tight, but you have to look at it and make some prudent projections on what you believe would be necessary in order to operate in this environment. Although the economy is opening slowly, you still have to be cautious in managing cash flow. We believe borrowing, once you believe your business can afford it and you take a close look at it and get someone to work closely with you, like a simplified lending, we believe you can make it happen. What we think is critical today, especially based on the changes and technology is advanced so much, businesses need to consider investing in those types of areas, improving the ability for clients to purchase online, perhaps get funding to allow you to do that. Also allow you to manage your finances better. Because what we've noticed recently is, as a part of this exercise and partnering with the SBDC in providing funding to small businesses, a lot of them are not adequately able to provide the the financial information that we need in order to make a good credit decision.
Right. Yeah, that is something that people, businesses generally need to work on, making sure that they're keeping those records and using the sorts of technologies that would allow them to do so. In terms of funding options available at Simplified Lending for MSMEs, what sort of options are there for people who are interested?
Again, at Simplified Lending as a brokerage firm, what we try to do is find different means of obtaining or sourcing capital for our clients. Everyone is used to going to a regular commercial bank, and we've become so accustomed to it. We forget that there are a lot of other opportunities out there to obtain funding, source funding. What we do as a financial brokerage firm is to bring partners together. We bring investors together with those entrepreneurs. It could be joint venture opportunities, equity support. It could be the traditional bank debt. So what we do is try to work with our clients, determine what is best for them and how we can structure it for them. And we try and bring those parties together in that way.
Excellent. And so it really is another resource for the business community or entrepreneurs to really just get help that they need in so many different areas. If a person wanted to reach out to you for a consultation and just to kind of learn more about what they could do or steps they need to take to get to the next level in your process, how could they do that?
Okay, Caves, we're at the Caves Development Center out west. Or you can call us at our phone number 603-1730. We have an excellent team of an excellent admin team, an excellent group of lenders. We are here and we're prepared to continue to support small businesses, small and medium-sized businesses. We also do support individual borrowings as well. But our team is well capable and well prepared to provide the assistance during these difficult and challenging times. While the economy is starting to open, we know that there's still an opportunity for persons to need funds, and we're here to provide that assistance.
Okay. And so you are located in the Caves Village. Is there a phone number or a website that people can go to?
Yeah, like I said, the phone number is 603-1730. Okay, and you can do a search for Simplified Lending, and we pop up very easily for all that are interested in looking for us to see how best we can support you in whatever endeavors you have.
And you also said that you're in partnership with the Small Business Development Center. What does that partnership look like?
Okay, what we've been doing is providing, reviewing those needs of small businesses and recommending and getting approvals for the funding for those businesses who've been impacted by through this COVID-19 virus. I can tell you there has been a significant need by many businesses in the country, and we try to do our best to get that funding out as quickly as possible. Within a few days, we have, from the application comes into to Simplified Lending, we provide approvals, and shortly thereafter, we disperse the funds. So clients have been getting their funds to support their business in a quick space of time. And we continue to do that. And we welcome any other businesses that are interested in getting the funding through SBDC to go to their portal and apply online, and then select Simplified Lending as the preferred financial institution.
Excellent, excellent. Well, certainly it seems like you all are here to help during this season, whether it's older businesses that need that COVID-19 assistance or newer businesses wanting to just get started. And so, of course, people can reach out to you. That is Simplified Lending. And we're really grateful to have had this conversation with Mr. Ian Rutherford. Ian, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Nourish your immune system. Nourish your health. Nourish your life with Ensure. Ensure Original, Ensure Plus, and Ensure Max Protein.
Well, thank you so much for tuning into Bahamas at Sunrise today. And of course, it's been a pleasure to come back to you on this Freedom Monday. And of course, we're looking forward to another great week, hoping that we will be able to bring you the most timely information possible when we see you again on Friday.
Right. Well, there's a slight possibility I may not be there on Friday, Star, but, you know.
Well, I will certainly miss you, Phil. And of course, my time is winding down as I prepare to go and have another one. But before I make the departure, I do want to remind you guys about the Financial Voice happening this Wednesday at 8 p.m. on Channel 212. Of course, it's coming to you by the Counselors Limited that also brings you Bahamas at Sunrise. So we hope that you will stay tuned for that. That's Wednesday at 8 p.m. And then as for me, and I guess Phil will be here when I'm not here. And so, Phil, if we don't get to do another show together for another 3 months, I'm going to miss you. In the Bahamas, we have this great benefit called maternity leave. And so, make it a great day, everyone.
All right, take care.